Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Lone Depot Park. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming your way next.
Your Miami Marlins.
So just about set now, and towing the slab, Braxton Garrett. What do we need to know here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
And that one wrapped foul. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike two. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
He needs to throw that breaking ball with just a little more conviction to get the swing and miss.
Missed with a changeup. 1-2 to count.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a ground ball. Throws across the diamond. One up, one down. Time to take a look at the Diamondbacks lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Geraldo Perdomo.
Boog, if I'm the manager, this is the guy I wanted to play with the game on the line. I mean, he's just so special in these situations. The best of the best, man, they find a way to visualize those big moments well in advance, and they just slow everything down when they get into that situation. They come to the plate with a plan, they've studied the pitcher, and they just seem to execute a lot more than the average guy. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Geraldo Perdomo, batting with one down, takes a strike. And that misses. And now it's even 1-1. Perdomo launched a homer in his most recent game. Outside low, and a count 2-1. And there's a ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And that's ball four.
First base.
Close pitch there, but you got to forget about that call if you're out on the mound. You can't let it affect you going forward. You've got to get out of the inning first, and then if you want to be frustrated, take it out in the dugout.
Ketel Marte up to the plate. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Ball one there.
1-1.
Step off throw to first.
Yep,
Perdomo dives back in safely. And the pitch just missed. Perdomo at first, one gone. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Myers under it. Corrals it. 2 down.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez digs in now. Right through there for a strike. That one outside, and that is ball one. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the second game of the series. And a foul ball.
Ball.
This one in the dirt. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and one left on. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Back here with my pal Siggy. And on the mound now, Zach Gallen.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Off the plate inside.
1-2.
Now 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Pitch misses there. 2-2.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with the high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Connor Norby stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. That misses the zone. 1-1. 1 out, bases empty. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Digging in, Jesus Sanchez. Swing and a ball popped in the air. That gets down for a hit, and that extends the inning.
Wastes no time there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Now it's going to be Griffin Conine. And he takes a strike. Here comes the 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Marlins leave 1. Scoreless after 1. And we're back. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Gurriel with a homer in his last game. Garrett back to work. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a ball popped up. Hawley He makes the grab. One up, one down.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 15, Randall
Grichuk now.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
And ball one to the right fielder. No score here in the second. And that's a strike. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit, so he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
One down, base is empty. That one misses, and the count is even, 2-2.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
That one is absolutely belted. That's bat. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Outstanding catch right there. I love the commitment that he showed. He knew that the wall was close, but was determined to make that catch, and a nice calculation of just how much room he had to try to minimize that contact.
That one ripped. He dives, but he can't make the catch. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Here's Josh Naylor. Homered last night, added another hit as well. And that's in for a strike.
Well, they're looking to get on the board first here after that clutch two-out double made this inning interesting.
And that is out of play. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Coming home. He scores, and they have the lead. Fires to second too late, and he's got a double.
That's two consecutive extra base hits for this team. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair, and even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory, and that right there was perfect.
So, runner at second, 2 down. And here is Ildemaro Vargas. That one fouled off. Here comes the 0-1. Foul ball there. Stays alive. Naylor at second with 2 down. Up the middle. And a base hit right there. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. Tag, not in time. He scores. It's 2-0.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
So digging in, Jake McCarthy. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. And there's the strike. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They get the force. And that is that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Diamondbacks 2 and the Marlins nothing. back here in Miami. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now for the Marlins, David Fry. First pitch misses. Swing and a ball popped up. Suarez under it. Makes the grab, one down.
Batting 6, the center fielder, Dane Myers.
And now the center fielder, Dane Myers. That one's in there. 0-1. This to center field. And it drops in. So a man aboard now with one away.
When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to. And you're never trying to do that as a hitter. But when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
And now, Kyle Stowers. And a foul ball. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Liam Hicks, the next up for the Marlins. That's inside. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Two outs. And a strike on the outside edge. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. That misses the zone. The count now 2-2. That's inside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
First and second, 2 outs. Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Out to short, Perdomo. They take the force out, 3rd out. Marlins strand a pair. They trail things here, 2-0. On to the 3rd inning. And now, Geraldo Perdomo. Perdomo, a former All-Star, 25 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Conine in position, hauls it in for the out.
The batter, number 4, second baseman.
Here's Ketel Marte. He's 0 for 1.
Not only can he hit the cover off the ball, he's got a great eye as well.
And that misses. And that's ball one.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in. Looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One down, base is empty. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And now it's going to be Eugenio Suarez. And that one fouled off. Two outs, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. Good job to fight that one off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Breaking ball in there, got him looking. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Diamondbacks down quickly as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Back here at Lone Depot Park as we go to the last of the third. And now the shortstop, Otto Lopez. That one the other way. Grichuk squeezes it, one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Connor.
So now here's the DH, Connor Norby. That misses the zone, 1-0. Just missed.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Off the mark there. And that's ball 3.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
And that's outside ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Runner on at first with one gone. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
Swing and a base hit. Throw into third. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Here's the left fielder, Griffin Conine. Misses outside, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Just off the inside edge.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Tying run is at first here in the last half of the third. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Brings it in. And there's 2 away.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
David Fry, the next to hit, lied out his first time.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
And that one fouled off. Runners on first and third, 2 away. On the ground. They get the force, and that's the inning. Start of the 4th, and it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Lourdes Gurriel.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Diamondbacks showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
In the air, right field. Grabs it on the run. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch. Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set him up to do more damage later in this game.
Hammered on a line to the left, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the catcher, Gabriel.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno. Doubled in his first AB. And a breaking ball misses outside. Grichuk leads off first with 1 away. Runner takes off. And base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Next to hit, Josh Naylor. Doubled his first time up. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. That's a base hit as a run scores.
That's 3 singles in a row. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
First and second, 1 out. Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Two on, 1 out. In the air to left center. Myers makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, the center fielder, Jake McCarthy.
Jake McCarthy stands in now for the Diamondbacks. 0 for 2 in this one. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
No ball, 1 strike.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field. If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful.
They take the force out. They limit the damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's the center fielder, Dane Myers. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand that, all right, this is a big, you know, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
And another ball. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Next offering in there for a strike. Full count now. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So a man aboard, and up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's outside. Next offering is fouled back. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss.
1-2.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
First and second, no outs. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Liam Hicks. And there's a foul ball. That one missed. He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning, and off to a shaky start. Ball to strike.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. Myers, the lead runner, out at second. Stowers on at first with nobody out. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins.
The second baseman, Graham Pauley.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. There's the strike. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Pulls that one foul. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Brady textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
So 2 down now, and here is Otto Lopez. Late swing fouled off. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Hey, you got this.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where pitchers really got to bear down. Those last 2 pitches were well executed.
The 0-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
It's a brand new day. You can't bring me down. I'm on top of the world. So chuck it on my way. Like a butterfly cruising in the sky. No, you can't touch me. So bring it on. They can't go wrong. Might wanna follow me.
Garrett back to work. That one way outside, and it's 1-0. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jesus Tinoco up and throwing. Cronin also throwing. Line drive, and that's a base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
Now
Showed a
batting,
willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Braxton Garrett won't go any further tonight. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute.
Now pitching for
Sandy Alcantara taking over on the mound.
22.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. Little chopper rolls foul. Alcantara, a former Cy Young Award winner, he features a sinker, a changeup, a four-seamer, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. And that drops in for a strike.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
In the dirt. Just off the outside edge, and the count's even at 2. That one just misses.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
And down on strikes he goes. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
I guarantee he's going to check the tape on that last pitch when he gets a chance, because he thought it was ball 4, and he wasn't wrong. I mean, it was a close pitch. Definitely not an easy call, but especially after a long at-bat, that'll drive you crazy getting rung up like that.
Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Fastball for a strike. Next pitch misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Man at first, one away. Just off the outside edge, and it's 2-1. And misses inside. Swing and a miss. Full count now.
Full count.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Now batting, left fielder Lourdes Gurriel.
2 on, 1 out. Now up next for Arizona, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
That catches the zone for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Runners at first and second with one gone, and we're in the top of the 5th. Foul ball still 0-2. Headed towards the corner. Sanchez on the run. Can't get there. This one lands foul. Misses off the inside, and the count 1-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
One and two now. Just misses with that one.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Good eye on that spot.
Really good two-strike pitch right there. Surprised he was able to spit on that thing.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that'll load the bases.
When you go that deep into an at-bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Right fielder Randall Grichuk.
So bases all loaded up. Now here is Randall Grichuk, 1 for 2. And that misses. And that is ball 1. Perdomo, the runner at third. Suarez over at second. Gurriel at first. One gone. There's a strike. Double play ball to second. Good feed. That's 1. And that's 2.
These boys were ready to make a play with the bases loaded. Excellent job of execution there. You turn the double play, and the inning is over.
We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now here's the Marlins DH, Connor Norby.
Norby.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. That's off the mark, and the count is 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And it remains 2-2.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants.
Outside low, ball 3.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
On the ground, right side. Naylor steps on the bag, and the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Jesus Sanchez getting ready to hit. He's 2 for 2. Just missed.
Outside.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. One down, base is empty. That one misses. 2-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Fish trailing by 3. Last half of inning number 5. That one missed.
These first 2 hitters really making him work out there. Already 14 pitches this inning.
3-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Strikeout number 8.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed. Gets the out.
And now Griffin Conant. Just missed. Next offering in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. And strike 2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Gurriel handles the chance.
Sorry if I master hip-hop material. Sorry if I'm selling, it'll take a miracle for my dreams to come true. Cause it's set too high, I'm in the clouds. If I fall off, I might just die. I need rap like I need fresh air.
Back here in Miami. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. Now the D-backs catcher, Gabriel Moreno. That breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Dives and he can't hang on. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can.
Runner on the go. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. That clips the corner. Nobody out. Runner at first. Battling here as he fouls it away. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. To second for 1. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Next to hit for Arizona, Ildemaro Vargas. And that one missing low. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Way high with that one. And it's 2-1. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the sixth. On the ground to the left. Fry. Zips it to first. And that'll do it. One hit in the inning, but no one left. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6. And the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Marlins nothing. And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off, David Fry. Fry in his 3rd season, 29 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Shelby Miller up and throwing for manager Torey Lovullo. Harvey warming up as well. Off the mark there, and it's 1-1.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And that drops in for a strike.
Dangerous spot for that slider right there. Didn't seem to quite finish out front and get that sharp break. Tell you what, he doesn't want to throw that pitch again.
Pop up here, third base side. Perdomo sizing this one up. Brings it in, and there's one away.
The center fielder, number 55,
Dane Myers, the next up for the Marlins. And that's in there for strike 1.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
Oh, great stop. To his knee, the throw, and that's a great play for the out.
Look at how he dives right there. Is able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
And at the plate for Miami, Kyle Stowers. That misses, and that's ball 1. Two outs. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. And a swing and a miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And a 1-2 again. Good eye right there. The Diamondbacks leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's outside, and it's a full count.
Well, just about to hit that century mark, 100 pitches for this game.
And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
Pitch count's getting up there now. Not saying that's the reason for this walk, but this is the point in the game when every sign of wavering starts to get everyone's attention.
Pitch. In the box again. Takes a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Squirts away a little bit. Well done behind the dish.
Ball.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Up the middle. Marte throws to first in time. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang play to end the inning. One left for Miami. They trail it here 3-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park at the plate, Jake McCarthy.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Line drive, caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now here is Geraldo Perdomo. Misses the zone, and he gets him to chase.
No ball.
Wow.
1 strike.
That's not even close to the zone.
Hit in the air, left field. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. 2 away now.
You know, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Hit hard on the ground is short. The throw to first. They get the out on Marte. And that will end the inning. Nothing doing for Arizona, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Now on the mound for the Diamondbacks, Shelby Miller. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
For Arizona, number 18, Shelby Miller.
Graham Pauly now at the plate. The Marlins in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
In the air, left field. Gurriel handles the chance. And there's
The
one down.
batter, number 8, shortstop, Otto Lopez.
And now, Otto Lopez. 0 for 3 in this one. And that one fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. The next pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Ground ball, left side. To first, out, and there's 2 down.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but
Now
it's still
batting,
important to
the
execute it to
designated hitter,
perfection.
Connor
This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Now here's the Marlins DH, Connor Norby. First pitch just misses. And that's down and away. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. That's a little bit low. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Two down, nobody on, and that's ball four. Tried another splitter, but missed the spot.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball four.
Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
And that's in for a strike. Norby leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. And the next pitch is way outside. Inside, almost got him. Two outs. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Now pitching for
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jesus Tinoco.
Just trying to keep this one close here. And this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. That's outside. Ball one. And that's downstairs and outside.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
And now 2-1. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Well, that slider down and away. It's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Gurriel in the box now. No balls and a strike. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Brendan Little preparing to come on if needed. Next offering is in for a strike.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Breaking ball misses down and away. Towards first. And he takes it himself for the out.
The right fielder, number 15, Randall Grichuk.
Randall Grichuk digs in now. 1 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Just missed. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that's the third out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Hunter Harvey hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. Now the left fielder, Griffin Conine.
The left fielder.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Missed inside with the curve.
1-1.
Fouls it off. Still 1-2. This one in the air, center field. McCarthy makes the catch. 1 down.
Now batting, the third baseman,
David Fry, the next up for the Marlins. Fastball for a strike. Fastball is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1. The Fish trailing by 3 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. That one misses, and now 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Up the middle, and that's a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Boog, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did
next,
such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And now the center fielder, Dane Myers. Swing and a miss. That one at 99.
No ball.
And it's
1 strike.
0-1. Fouled off down the right side. And a swing and a miss. And there are 2 down.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
Stepping in, Kyle Stowers. Fry, the runner at first with 2 gone. Foul ball.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. You get to the 9th, you got a lockdown closer ready to come in.
In the dirt, blocked, and the runner holds. Two outs. That one way inside. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Gurriel handles the chance. And that is that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Through 8 full, it's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Marlins nothing.
Now pitching for
We're
the
back.
Marlins.
It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Declan Cronin.
Declan Cronin.
Now the catcher up to hit, Gabriel Moreno. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double.
Moreno.
And it's fouled away. There's a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Josh Naylor. Here goes the runner. Fly ball down the line. And that'll get down for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
The batter, number 6. Designated hitter.
Ildemaro Vargas stands in now for the Diamondbacks. That one outside. 1-0. First and second, no outs. Here at the top of the 9th. And that one pulled foul. Swung on, popped up left side. And the infield fly rule call.
The batter, the center fielder, Jake McCarthy.
Here's the Diamondbacks leadoff hitter, Jake McCarthy. Now fly ball to right center. Myers on the move, reaching for it, and brings it in. Runner tags at second.
Now we'll see if moving up to third there pays off for him. He didn't have to tag and go, but now he can score a lot of different ways. Doesn't have to be a base hit. We'll see what happens.
Number 2.
So they're at the corners now.
Geraldo
Now the number 2
Perdomo.
hitter, Geraldo Perdomo. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Just missed. Corners are occupied with 2 down. On the ground right side, Paulie. Whips it to first. And the inning is over. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of inning number 9. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Marlins nothing. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Justin Martinez.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
And now here is Liam Hicks. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Martinez in his second season, 23 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away, if you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
That one just misses. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful.
Well, that right there is what you want to see out of your closer. Come in and close the door, cancel any hope that that opponent has in making some type of comeback in the ball game. Tell you what, that helps him settle in, and that helps everybody else relax a little bit to get these other 2 outs.
Pauly in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Pitch misses. 2-1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And now it's even up.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas out of the bullpen. So hard to play catch-up.
Next offering is in the dirt. Hit in the air, center field. McCarthy should have this one. 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop Otto.
So they're down to their final out. Next to hit, Otto Lopez. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. That's a strike. One strike away. The shortstop takes the ball. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching. Timely hitting really made the difference.
A shutout in this one. 3-0 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Said I gotta do better, I gotta do better, I gotta pick up the pieces and master the puzzle upon us. Look the man in the mirror in the eye and be honest. Slow down time, get back in line with my chakras. Reach for the galaxy, leave stardust for thus after me. Enter the void, fill in the cavity. Risk the reward if that's how it has to be. I gotta do better, I gotta do better, I try to do what gotta do. Ride the tide, don't fight with the current that got